I didn't expect to be on this YouTube channel, especially not so soon. But when Finn took an interest in biking when he got his first balance bike, we was researching other balance bikes for in the future, because we knew that the original bike wouldn't last us forever. So when we were looking, there wasn't many reviews on YouTube about other balance bikes. When I was searching, I searched for ages. There just wasn't that many out there. So I was thinking, we really love Finley's balance bike, and more to the point, Finley loves it even more. He is absolutely obsessed with his bike. So I thought, why not make a video just explaining what bike it is, why we like it, and what we were looking for when we were looking to buy an upgraded balance bike. So this is not an advertisement. I'm not sponsored for this bike. I just want to share our journey as a first-time mum who was looking for a balance bike for their little boy. First of all, I'll just give you a little peek at the bike. It's not in perfect condition anymore because Finn has used it a lot. This is the Micro Balance Bike Deluxe in blue. I believe you could get it in red as well. Pretty cool, we like it. Just a little bit of a backstory. Finn got a sit-down scooter on his second Christmas from my mum and stepdad. He loved it straight away. We didn't expect him to love it and just be able to do it, but he did. He just sat down on it, moved his little legs, and he was off. So that day we took him out on it and just expected him to go really slow. That was not the case. He went really, really fast, faster than I would have expected him to go, and that I would have liked him to go, to be honest. So that day we had to go out and get him a helmet. I should have probably thought, oh, maybe we should get him a helmet before, but I just didn't expect him to go very fast. I thought he'd be wanting us to push him along the whole time, but he wasn't. He was off. So out we went, we got a helmet. After that, my parents got him a little surprise and got him a balance bike, because we'd heard a lot about them. My niece had had one in the past, but it wasn't something I thought that we'd be looking at this early on. So they got him a Beartech balance bike, which was really, really good. So if anyone wants me to do a review on that as well, more than happy to. I don't actually have the bike anymore because we gifted it to somebody else when Finley was finished with it. But we really did love that for how long it lasted. But because Finley was progressing quite fast with his biking, he was wanting to go on his bike every single day, multiple times a day, and multiple different terrains. We figured that we needed a bike with proper tyres. Finley's dad looked into which bikes might be best, which balance bikes. He scrolled through the internet for ages trying to see which one would be best for him, and we had a few things that we thought that we wanted as part of this bike, but we didn't really know what we were looking for. We'd never done this before, first time parents, never really experienced any other children on balance bikes firsthand, so we weren't really sure what we were looking for. But with a little bit of research, we found the Micro Deluxe, and we absolutely love it. Two things that we wanted from a balance bike when we were researching was, one, it had to have proper tyres, because we knew that we wanted this bike to last us for the duration of his balance bike journey, ideally. It has lasted us really well. So this bike does have proper tyres. It has 12-inch air-filled tyres, and they're really, really good. They've got really good grips. And that was something else we wanted. We wanted it to have really good grips. The Beartech bike, they're designed to be really, really lightweight, so that they're easy to manoeuvre for young children when they're starting out on their balance bike journey. And that is exactly what it did. So the tyres were super light. So we found that Finn because he went on the bike so frequently, it wore down any of the sort of grip that those tyres had. So it just wasn't really giving him any grip to the ground. These tyres were really good. They're still perfect. They haven't worn an awful lot, and we've had this bike quite a while now, and it's been ridden every day at least once for long periods of time. They're not perfectly clean, but we did have a little clean before we decided to do this video. So yeah, so that was one thing that we wanted when we were looking for a new balance bike for Finn. Second thing was we wanted it to still be lightweight. Finn was only 2, he still is only 2, when we got this bike. Although he's quite big for his age, we still, you know, wanted him to be able to manoeuvre it quite easily. When we were looking for this one and we did our research, this one was still only 4.1 kilos, which is pretty light. It's really easy for him to manoeuvre. He doesn't find that it like pushes him over if he leans to one side. He's got good stability when he's on it, and he's completely in control of his riding. They were the only 2 things really that we really wanted to come with a new balance bike, and they were things that this balance bike did give us. It also had, which I think sold it straight away to Finn's dad, it had suspension. It had rear suspension. Now me personally, I wouldn't notice if a bike, especially a bike of this size, had suspension. I still struggle to notice, to be honest. I mean, I can see it sort of when he's on it, but it's just not something I'm completely clued up on to know that it has suspension. But you wouldn't believe the amount of people that have stopped us and said, has that bike got suspension? That balance bike? Because it's such a tiny little bike, but people obviously notice that it's got suspension, especially people who know a lot about bikes. I'm definitely learning more about bikes over this last year, because we are around a lot of people now that have bikes. We're around a lot of people that ride bikes, a lot of children. We've got Finn's Instagram page, which we have made such a great community of friends on, all which are interested in bikes and their children biking, and a lot of the parents bike. Andrew's got bikes. In a nutshell, we love the bike. We love the colour of it. It's been perfect. It just fits Finn's personality absolutely perfectly. To be honest, the red one would have as well. He just looks great on this bike. You can adjust the seat and make it so that it'll grow with them. We have had a slight issue with the seat. That's the only thing really that we've had an issue with, but that's probably partly our fault because we do take it to so many different places where it's like wet or muddy, and it just feels like it's seized up a little bit really in the weather, but that's probably our fault. We should have just looked after that part a little bit better. But overall, it's been absolutely perfect for us. Finn won his first little gold medal in a little race that he did on this bike, so this bike will forever be in our memory. He is obsessed with it, and that makes me a bit nervous for Christmas because he's getting so big now. He's really tall for his age. He's probably more like a 4-year-old height than he is a 2-year-old. So he's getting a little bit tall for the bike. I'm just worried that he's going to get a bit cumbersome on it and end up making mistakes and maybe have a fall. So for Christmas, we've got him a bike, which you can take the pedals off and use as a balance bike. But ideally, we're hoping that we can get him into the pedals quite soon and that he will enjoy that. When we've been suggesting that there might be a new bike coming, he is adamant that he will only ride his blue bike, so wish us luck for that. We will give you an update on how we get on with that one. So if you want to know about his original balance bike, the Beartech bike, let me know and I can do a little review on that one too. Thanks for listening.